Hello everyone, welcome back to Pabbly. So in this video, we are going to understand how to create Vtiger contact for OptinMonster lead. So are you also using OptinMonster for your business? Then this video is definitely for you. So I am using it for my business and I wish that as soon as a new lead is received in my OptinMonster, automatically a contact should be created in my Vtiger account too. For this, we are going to create a connection between these applications. To create this connection without knowing any programming or coding language, we are going to use Pabbly Connect. It is an amazing automation software. So if you also wish to learn how to do this step by step, follow me through the screen. Welcome to my screen. So as you know, in this video, we are going to learn how to create a Vtiger contact for OptinMonster lead. So to do this, I've already opened the landing page of Pabbly simply by searching pabbly.com/connect in my browser. It is very easy. So as soon as we'll open the landing page of Pabbly, we are going to get two options. One is sign in and the another one is sign up for free. So if you are a new user, you can click on sign up for free and you're going to get 100 of tasks free every month. But I'm an existing user, so I'm going to click on sign in right over here. And now it is opening all Pabbly apps where you can see all the tools and applications offered by Pabbly. But in today's video, we are going to use Pabbly Connect because we are connecting different applications. So I'm going to click on access now right over here. And now it is opening my dashboard, and to start with the automation, we are going to click on this button right over here which says create workflow. And now it is asking me the workflow name and the folder I want to save the workflow in. So I want to save the workflow in this folder which is automations, and I want to name my workflow as how to create a Vtiger contact for OptinMonster lead. And then we are going to click on this create. And yes, you can see that it is opening the most important window of our automation, that is our workflow window. This is the most important window because we have trigger and action in this. Trigger means when this happens and action means do this. By this, you can understand that the trigger is the commander for the workflow and actions follow the commands. And as you know that we can have only a single commander but multiple followers. So over here, we can have only a single trigger but multiple actions following the commands of our trigger. And now we are going to select our trigger application, which is OptinMonster, because I want that as soon as a new lead is received in my OptinMonster account, automatically my workflow should be triggered. So we are going to search for it and then we are going to select it. And now for the trigger event, we are going to select it as new lead. And now you can see that it is giving me a webhook URL. So we are going to use this URL in order to create a connection between our OptinMonster and our Pabbly's workflow. So first I'm going to copy this URL and then we are going to open our OptinMonster account. And as you can see that this is my account and I've already logged in it. So it is always advised to log in your applications before starting with the automation. So now over here you can see that I've created a form. So I'm going to open this form right over here. And over here, you can see that this is my form, and also over here, you can see integrations. So we are going to go on this. And now after opening this from the left sidebar, you can see add new integration. So we are going to click on this. And now we are going to scroll, and over here, you can see webhook. So I'm going to click on this connect. And now it is asking me for the webhooks. So I'm going to select webhook as add new webhook. And over here you can see that now it is asking me the webhook name and the webhook URL. So I'm going to enter the webhook name as Vtiger. And then for the webhook URL, we are going to paste the URL we copied from our workflow. And now after doing all this, I'm going to click on connect to webhook. And now you can see that we have successfully added a new webhook, which is Vtiger. So now I'm going to open my workflow, and over here you can see that we have received the test response. Over here you can see webhook test. So this means that we have successfully added our webhook right over here. So I'm going to click on recapture webhook response because I want to capture the lead I received from the form. So I'm going to recapture the webhook response, and now we are going back to our OptinMonster, and then we are going to click on save. And yes, you can see that we have successfully saved this. And now I'm going to open my form and then we are going to click on yes, sign me up. So we are going to fill in this form. So for the name, I'm going to keep it as demo user, email as demo@pabblytudes.com, and for the phone number, I'm going to keep it as this. And now after entering all the details, I'm going to click on subscribe. And yes, you can see you are all signed up. So this means that we have successfully submitted this form and the details of our submission has been sent to our workflow. So I'm going to open my workflow and check that if the details have been sent or not, and if Pabbly has captured the response or not. And yes, you can see that Pabbly has captured the response. Over here you can see the first name, the last name. Over here you can see the email. Over here you can see the phone number. So with this, our trigger step is successful, and now we are moving on to our action step. For our action application, we are going to select it as Vtiger because I want that as soon as a new lead is received in our OptinMonster, automatically a contact should be created in our Vtiger too. So I'm going to search for it and then we are going to select the Vtiger CRM. And now it is asking me for the action event. So I'm going to keep it as create contact and then we are going to click on connect. And as you can see that it is asking me to add a new connection or select the existing connection. So if you have already connected your Vtiger CRM account with your Pabbly's workflow, you can click on select existing connection and then save. But if you haven't, again you have to follow me, click on add a new connection and now it is asking me for the username, the access key and the domain. So to get this, I'm going to open my Vtiger account. And from here, we are going to go on this profile picture and then we are going to go on my preferences. And now you can see that this is my username and this is my access key. So I'm going to copy both of this and then we are going to paste this in our workflow. And now after pasting both of this, it is asking me for the domain. So to get this domain, again, I'm going to open my Vtiger account. And over here, you can see that this is my domain, which is after https and /till.com. So I'm going to copy this and then I'm going to paste it in my workflow. And now we are going to click on save. And yes, you can see that we have successfully connected our Vtiger CRM with our Pabbly's workflow. And now it is asking me for the contact type. So I'm going to keep it as lead only. And now it is asking me for the first name, last name and another details. So I'm going to map these details. Mapping is a method by Pabbly which means inserting the data from the previous step. And as you know, our previous step was the trigger step where we selected OptinMonster as our trigger application. So we are going to map these details from the response of our trigger application only. And as soon as we are going to map these details, automatically my details will turn dynamic and change with every new lead received in my OptinMonster. And I'll give you an example that if I'm going to enter the first name like demo right over here manually, it will not change because I've entered it as manually and this is not dynamic. But if I'm going to map it from the previous response, it will definitely change because my previous response will also change. So that's why we do mapping right over here. So I'm going to map the first name. So I'm going to search for first name right over here. And over here you can see demo. So I'm going to map it. We are going to do same for the last name. I'm going to search for last name. We are going to map user. And now it is asking me for the assigned to. So I'm going to assign it to demou@pabblytudes.com. And now it is asking me for the email. So again, we are going to map the email. So I'm going to search for it and then we are going to map this. And now it is asking me for the title. So over here you can see that this is a lead and I don't wish to assign any title to this lead. So if you don't wish to assign any title, then you can switch on this mapping button and erase this. So it is not compulsorily required to assign any title. And now we are moving on forward. It is asking me for the office phone and home phone. So as you can see that these are not the required details. So we are going to leave it as blank. And now we are going to map the mobile number. So I'm going to search for phone right over here. And as you can see that this is the number. So I'm going to map it. We are going to move on forward. It is asking me for some more details. So I'm going to leave all of these blank because these are not the required details. And directly I'm going to click on save and send test request. And yes, you can see that we have received the positive response that a new contact has been created in our Vtiger too. So I'm going to open my Vtiger and check that if a new contact with the name demo, last name user and the email demo@pabblytudes.com has been created or not. And yes, you can see name demo, last name user, email demo@pabblytudes.com has been created as a contact in my Vtiger account too. So with this, our workflow is successful and I'll just test the workflow for you once. For this, I'm going to open my form. Again, I'm going to refresh this page. Again, I'm going to do another test submission. So I'm going to click on yes, sign me up. And now for the details, I'm going to enter it as test user, the email as testuser@pabblytudes.com, and for the phone number, I'm going to keep it as this. And now after entering all these details, I'm going to click on subscribe again. And yes, you can see you are all signed up. So this means that OptinMonster has sent the details of our submission to our workflow. Pabbly captured the response, triggered the workflow and further created a new contact in our Vtiger account too. So I'm going to open my Vtiger and check that if a new contact has been created or not. So this time we are not going back to our workflow and clicking on save and send test request. I'll directly open my Vtiger account and we are going to refresh this page. And yes, you can see a new contact has been created right over here. First name test, last name user, email test@pabblytudes.com. And as you can see, the same phone number that we entered. So with this, our workflow is successful and I'll just summarize the workflow for you once. So for the trigger application, we selected OptinMonster. For the trigger event, we selected new lead. For the action application, we selected Vtiger, and then for the action event, we selected create contact, because I wanted that as soon as a new lead is captured in my OptinMonster, automatically my workflow should be triggered and a new contact should be created in my Vtiger also with the help of same details. And yes, we were successful with our workflow. Over here you can see the 2 contacts I created during this video with the help of my workflow. So if you have any questions related to the video or the workflow, you can directly comment on this video. And for your reference, I'll just clone the workflow and share the workflow link in the description box so that you can access my workflow. Thank you for watching. Not only these applications, but with the help of Pabbly, you can integrate many more applications. So now, if you have any doubts, you can reach us at support@pabbly.com. If you have any queries, you can reach us at forum.pabbly.com. And if you have any pricing related issues, you can follow this website. And if you find our videos helpful, do like and subscribe our channel. Thank you for watching.